Well, good morning everyone. This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead. I'm going to start off by saying welcome to all the new subscribers, everyone that came over from Justin Rhodes' channel. Normal, back to the real world kind of life. The bus is gone. It's Monday morning. My kids are back in school. All the Rhodes kids are gone. They've made their way to Arkansas and fixing to be Mississippi probably tomorrow. And I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of like lonely around here this morning. The last several days have been just action-packed fun, kids going everywhere. Huge leaf pile, see the big leaf pile back there? All the kids were running and playing and going and bouncing off the walls, and now it's quiet. It's just me and my wife. But without kids, man, kind of seems lonely. So, time to do my chores. Got the food scraps. Got some food scraps here. Gonna take it to the chickens. And then I'm gonna go to the greenhouse and pick some greens for some juice for my wife and I. Gonna make a little juice. I disappeared. Whew. Make a little juice this morning. So, let's get on it. Hey, chickens. What's up, chickens? So one thing Justin kind of highlighted in our video the other day on his channel was how I use these round bales of hay. So I take a big round bale. I've got some old hay. You can see these two bales over here. They're just old rotten hay that someone had they didn't want anymore. And I'll just take that hay bale throughout the winter and cover the ground completely, and it keeps my chickens entertained, gives them something to do. And there's a lot of seeds in there and stuff they can scratch through and pick out. And it adds about 6 inches or more. I can put it however deep I want, I guess, really, but at least 6 inches of like a mulch or a ground covering on the dirt in here. Chickens scratch it all in, breaks down, makes awesome compost for my greenhouse and my garden. So, quick funny story. Yesterday, before Justin and Rebecca left, Rebecca came out and was talking to me, and she's, the night before on Saturday night, we went to our Christmas parade in our local town. We live in a small town, about 5,000 people maybe, and we had a big Christmas celebration in town, a parade and all that. It was a great time. The kids loved it. It was a blast. So Sunday morning, which was yesterday, when Rebecca got up, one of the boys, Jonah or Josiah, I don't remember who she said, Mom, are Daniel and Houston like celebrities? Are they famous? And Rebecca kind of chuckled and said, well, no, but why do you think that? And they said, well, because everybody in that town we went to knew who Houston and Daniel were. Everywhere they went, people were talking to them, and it seemed like everybody on the street knew them. And they just didn't understand. We come from a small town. I live in a small town. We know most of the town, but it was just kind of fun to see the different perspective. I mean, Justin and Rebecca and their kids are just normal everyday people. They're not any different than the rest of us. They just happen to have a very popular YouTube channel, but it was fun to see that their kids thought we were the celebrities. They thought they came to see the famous people, and it was just fun, kind of neat. So we got to decide what we want in our juice this morning. Can never go wrong with spinach. Spinach is awesome. Beet greens. I don't have a lot of beets. They didn't do super successful this fall, but we've got enough that we can keep juicing the greens and just leave the beets intact and let them keep producing. Lettuce down here is trying to bolt, but we can still juice some of that. But here's the main thing. Bok choy. Oh, it's super delicious in juice. If that's something you've never juiced, you've got to go for it. Some young kale, but man, that stuff's really doing good right now. Probably pick some of that. That curly leaf kale there, those plants are over a year old. They've been in this raised bed for over a year. So let's get to picking. let's say we go back here and get us a bok choy. Probably just pull up a whole plant, juice the whole thing. Oh yeah, that'll make lots of juice. Well, here's the selection of greens. We got bok choy, kale, and just a little bit of spinach on here. I think I'm gonna go in the house, wash these up, and juice them with some pineapple. Pineapple's an awesome fruit to juice. I can overpower the taste of the greens. A lot of people don't prefer the taste of all these greens, but just think about all the nutrition you're getting in a cup. So, I'm gonna go make some juice. There, nice green juice. And how can you go wrong with a good frosted mug? Check it out. Perfect. Breakfast is served.
Thank you.
Yummy. And a nice frosted mug. One tip, if you're gonna juice, it's always best cold. Nice frosted mug out of the freezer, delicious. If you're gonna start juicing, if you're new to juicing, I would suggest starting with more fruit, less vegetables, and work your way up. And it's good for you, super healthy, awesome stuff. The juicer we use is the Breville Juice Fountain Plus. I'll leave a link to it below in the description. If you follow my channel for very long, you've seen us use that. We juice all the time. These winter greens are just awesome. We grow our own greens, and juicing them in the wintertime after they've had a couple freezes brings those sugars out in it, and that kale is super sweet after a couple good freezes. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Bella? You got a squirrel in the yard up there. You ain't doing much this morning, are you? Just laying in the sun. You lazy dog. So, there's a project that I've got to get on top of. Every year it seems like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you haven't noticed, I live in the woods. I live in the trees. Mostly oak trees and a few ash and elm, but mostly oak trees here where I live. And oak trees drop about, I think I can calculate 4.7 billion leaves per tree. I've got lots of leaves. If you've watched the previous few videos, you noticed all the kids building leaf piles that were 5 feet tall. I've got so many leaves, you just can't even begin to grasp. So I got to get on this leaf blowing project and get these leaves out of my yard. Now I will pile them up and make some big leaf mold piles and compost them down and things like that. But I got to get them out of the yard before it rains on them. So, he introduced you to a good friend of mine, Mr. Echo. He's an Echo leaf blower. Echo's just the brand name. Echo. I know everybody's got their favorite brands, you know, with Steel and Husqvarna and Echo and whatever. But here's my tip, okay? I have a local dealer that sells these and works on these. Echo chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, generators, everything. And yeah, I have a Steel chainsaw, but I also have an Echo chainsaw. And Steel's great, but I don't have a local company a local guy that works on them. I have a local place here that has all of the Echo parts. So if I have something that breaks, I can go in and they're more likely to have that part there and we don't have to order it and get it fixed. So I use Echo, great brand, but mostly because I have a local mechanic who sells and works on these things. I am not a small engine mechanic. And one other thing I switched to a while back, and I've been hesitant for a long time because, you know, these little engines like this use mixed gas. I've always just bought the little oil deals and mixed in my non-ethanol fuel because you don't want to put ethanol in a small engine. It doesn't work. So, one thing I switched to, and I was really hesitant because it was expensive, but I finally let a couple mechanic buddies of mine talk me into trying it, and that is pre-mixed fuel. This is a 50-to-1 premium fuel oil mixture, ethanol free, 93 octane. This is the Echo Red Armor. and I'll see if I can find a link to Amazon and put this stuff in the description box below. It's a little expensive, don't get me wrong now. It's way more expensive to buy this stuff than it is to go buy a gallon of fuel and the little bottle of oil and mix them. But I'm sold on this stuff. This is the first can. This was a gallon. It's almost empty now. I actually had an old saw that I couldn't get started. I tried and I was struggling with it, and like I said, I'm not a mechanic. But I dumped the old gasoline out, which wasn't old. It was some that I mixed up personally that was good stuff. Poured this in, and within about 5 strokes or 5 pulls on the rope, it just started right up. So I'm sold on this stuff. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below, how many of you guys use this stuff? It doesn't have to be this brand, but just buying pre-mixed fuel and oil. This is my first go with it, but I'm actually sold on it. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the future. So I'm gonna get started, try to get these leaves out of my yard, just so they don't get rained on and matted down and piled up here in the yard. So let's get to work. I sure hope you saw that. She snuck outside and scared me for no good reason at all.
Lunch is ready.
Lunch is ready. Maybe there was a good reason. Maybe there was a good reason. I guess lunch is ready. I think I'll quit right there for the day. About half the leaves pushed. Let me rephrase that. I got the leaves pushed about halfway out of our front yard. So thanks for watching, guys. Hey, if you're not subscribed to our channel, I'd sure appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Hit that little bell down below. That'll notify you when we post a new video. I think that little bell's key to getting you guys to see these videos, because sometimes you just don't get notified. Anyways, I'm sweating. It's hot. It shouldn't be this hot in Oklahoma in November. But I'm gonna get these leaves pushed out away from the yard. Probably hit them with the lawnmower, mulch them up real good. Then they'll make perfect compostable material. So anyways, thanks for sticking along with me today, guys. I do appreciate it. Back to the real world. So go pick the kids up from school in a little while. Weston's got a basketball game. More time with the family. So thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.